think this is around by the time where they would tell you listen to this track, bitch. I don't give a fuck now like me. I say I don't give a fuck now like me. Like me. Oh no, I don't give a fuck now like me. Like me. Sorry, I don't give a fuck now like me. Like me. Fuck 'em, I don't give a fuck now like me. No, I ain't got shit to prove. No, I ain't broke no more and I don't owe no folk, but I still ride with my tool. You so concerned about my real life, and that's alright. But who are you? Just another nigga with a strap. It don't take rocket science to shoot. You don't know shit about getting bricks out, you probably still work true for true. You don't know shit about on your blood, cause you paid your bills with all that loot. How about your baby about to be born and he don't got pampers, wipes, or food? How about your mama fucking your best friend and y'all both just finished school? But it's okay, she thinks it's cool. You're in her way, it's time you move. And you just paid all her damn bills, so you feel like a fool. So what do you suggest I do? You think you know? You got no clue. So please don't tell me what you think I ain't been through. I don't give a fuck down like me. Down like me. Down like me. I say I don't give a fuck down like me. Down like me. Oh no.
Welcome to AJ's 10. Yes, you know I'm back. I told you Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays I'll be on here now because finals is not until December. So I'm not that busy right now. Only for work and going back to school, but not testing. Well, let's get right on into it. The topic is, let's talk about Donald Trump and his promises. And let's talk about, and I'm going to play a video of this white nationalist who was on TV One yesterday. And I'm like, I was yelling at the freaking television. Is because it's like, are you serious? So they really don't know their history, but I'm going to go to the promises that Donald Trump made. First promise that he's not going to do. He made a promise that he was going to build a wall. Everybody was gone who over there is building a wall. I just want to repeat this again, people. If it wasn't for diversity, America wouldn't be as strong as it is. If it was just Caucasians that was running this bitch, they wouldn't be where they're at. Wouldn't. So at the end of the day, it's like you want to be that ignorant that you want to try to get someone out of here because you want this country to be a pure white waste. And why you should blame your ancestors for bringing people over here to do and proud your field. And I'm going to continue to say that. You should blame your ancestors. That's who you should blame. Because they the one was too damn lazy to build anything. We already had cities in Africa. You could sit up there and try to deny all day and try to say, oh no, you guys needed us. We didn't need you guys. You needed us. That's why you went over Africa. But I'm going off the topic. I don't want to even go on, get off the topic. So he said he was going to build a wall. That's not, then he said, well, we're going to charge the Mexican government to build a wall. The Mexican government, oh, hell no, we're not paying for that. We're not paying for it. You want it, you build it. So then he said, I'm gonna go ahead and build a fence. Wait, hold up. I'm smelling something. Sound like a deficit to me. Sound like a deficit to me. You guys voted because you had so much of hatred in yourself that you had to vote it against your own needs. And you're still not getting what you think you need. That's why I want to go to the promise, and that's why I wanted to put the white nationalists in there, because this is gonna be a whoopee. If you didn't watch Roland Martin yesterday, and I'm like, are you freaking serious? So, but anyway, so the wall is no longer gonna happen. The fence is no longer going to happen. You might say, well, he haven't got in there yet. He already said it. But then again, he does lie, doesn't he? That's the killing part. I work with this white guy, this Caucasian. I don't know why I said white. This Caucasian. And he said, I asked him yesterday, I said, why did you vote for Trump? Now, if my belief is anyone who vote for Trump is a racist or undercover racist. Either one, you're still a racist. And why I say that is because all Trump preached and got on that platform for running for president, he preached hatred. He talked about getting rid of the immigrants, and the same people. I was watching another guy who's a Donald Trump supporter, but I'm gonna get back to the worker I work with. And he said the reason why I voted for Trump is because I lost my job in 2000. What it was? 2000 was it 2011 or 12 or something like that? And he said he lost his job. Okay, welcome to our world. And he lost half of his income. Okay, welcome to our world. We wish we would have had made half of the money. He said he used to make $200 and some thousand or something like that. We wish we could make half of that money. We can't. So he downgraded. Was it 2000? It's one of the year. I was just nodding my head when I was listening to him, because I'm like, I swear this guy is not a 1%er. So he said Donald Trump was talking about getting jobs back and deporting immigrants. And I'm like, I continue to tell you Caucasians, you are an immigrant too. Hell, this is Native American land. This is not your land. I continue to say this, and somehow you can't get that and grasp that in your head. So, and then when he kept on saying that, I'm like looking at him watching the video, everything what Donald Trump said in the president before we became elected, because he's not my president. He would never be my president. Never. I don't give a hell if he goes 8 years. He'll never be my president. Just like y'all didn't like President Obama and didn't call him the president and still don't call him the president. By the way, the unemployment rate is 4.9 and no European never had it that low. And the personal growth rate is 0.5. No European ever had it that low. GDP is very low. 1 point something. Look it up. But you don't like him. Why? The first thing you say, because he brought on Obamacare and I just don't like him. I'm just going to fuck it. I'm not even going to go that route. You just don't like him because he's a colored man. And he's highly intelligent, more better than any of these Europeans you ever had. That's why they coming out now talking about, I'm tired of 8 brand shoes. That's why you got your ass out of there. They fired you. I'm not even going to mention her name. And the other woman who comment on it, I hope they fire you. Make you retire. I don't know where y'all get this 8 from. Well, then again, I do know where you get this 8 from, because you don't want to make us human. It's because you don't want to say that we're highly intelligent. So you make us as animals, so animals really need you. And we as human, just like you, turns around and show you how intelligent we are, because we came from Africa, by the way, was kings and queens. You brought us over a land that we know nothing about, proud your field, take care of your kids, and you raped us and took from us. So you decide to take everything away from us, except religion, because then you want to lie about the religion part and sit up there and say God said that you're supposed to be slaves. And we was kings and queens in Africa. So you did all that, and we still wind up being strong. We still wind up getting our education, highly intelligent. Hell, you wouldn't even have a rocket on the moon if it wasn't for intelligent African American females. But then you sit up here and try to downgrade us. You try to take our history away, but somehow our history is still being told. I'm getting too deep into that. Because the reason why I'm getting too deep into that is because I don't want to talk about that right now, because I want to play this white nationalist on here, and he's just totally tried to disgrace our history, take our history away. And I'm gonna play the full clip. It's about 32 minutes and 21 seconds, and I want you guys to listen. But that's two things that going down. One, it was well, I guess I didn't mention the second one. One was the wall. The other one, well, we'll see with the jobs. I doubt he's going to make it any better. A lot of people have jobs now because of President Obama. So I don't know how he's going to get below 4.9. No European ever did a 4.9. The lowest they ever had was 5.5, a 5.1. They never got below 4.5, 5.0. They never got below that because they have no concern. They're selfish. Most Caucasians are very highly selfish. And that's why it kills me when they believe in this damn holiday, and I see my people doing this holiday. I'm just getting off topic, but it just goes all the way back that Caucasians are not giving, and they play with the Santa Claus lie bull crap and say that Santa Claus is white. Santa Claus need to be black, because only African Americans Africans give. That's hell. That's how you got us to be slaves. Because we're so naive. Our ancestors were naive. We're not naive now. So let's make it clear. We're not naive now. We don't want to hear that bullshit that you continue to shit in our face and think that we're just going to accept you to shit in our face, and it's okay for you to shit all on us, and we're going to say, Kumbaya. We love you. We're not going to do that anymore. Our ancestors did that. So when you mistreat us, believe me, an action will respond with a reaction. Every time you see an African American doing anything to anybody, there's a reaction from that action. So reactions towards that action. So you can sit up there and say, we all this and we all that. As people of color, you think you can come and shit on us. You think you can hit us. You think you can spray water, how they doing in South Dakota, on people who just protesting, and that's not against our First Amendment. And you think you could go ahead and do that, and we'll just say, I love you. I love how you do things for us. I love you. No, that's not going to happen. We have guns like you. We will fight till our death. We have no problem. We're not doing that anymore, that kumbaya. That was our ancestors. Your ancestors, your kids who's been raised up, still doing the same damn thing what their ancestors have been doing. So it's time for us. You're going to fight. We're going to give you a reaction. Guarantee you that. So let's get back to the blood promises. Trump did not. The wall. I'm going to get through it, people. The wall is not going to happen. Because if it does, it's going to be a deficit. Again, he said, President Obama causing a deficit. You're going to cause a deficit. Do you guys know that it's going to cost us, taxpayer money, taxpayers, $1 million a day to watch this family? Because his wife, and in history time, you have never known a wife not to move in with her husband even in the White House. So it's going to cost us $1 million a day, another deficit, $1 million. Look it up. Look it up. I'm tired of you people coming on here trolling and don't know what you are talking about, because we have a lot of dumb nationalists that I'm going to play this videotape that do not know nothing. They don't know nothing. They're trying to reinvent history. You can't. History is foretold, already been told. So you can't reinvent history. So it's going to cost us $1 million a day, not a month, $1 million to watch his family. His wife's going to be on the other side in New York in her little penthouse, who can't barely speak. Everything what President Obama's wife had, she tried to get, and the woman refused her ass. She will not dress her. Stop trying to be like Michelle Obama, because you can't. You're not that highly intelligent. She's not highly intelligent. Hell, Trump is not highly intelligent. I'm just keep on getting off the topic. We're going from a highly intelligent man to the most dumb. I thought President Bush was dumb. President Bush he's like a B+ when it comes down to Donald Trump, who's not my president. They voted the most dumbest person of them all in office. He know nothing. Pence might be running this show. And he's the worst one too, with that religion shit. I wonder if he's gay. Because he can't stand gays. And people who cannot stand gays, I question their sexuality all the time. If you hate something, that means you are something. Simple as that. So, back to the promises. I'm going to get through it, people. I'm going to get through it. Not building a wall. No more wall. He's not prosecuting Hillary anymore. Nope. Not prosecuting Hillary anymore. These are the promises that he made when he was running for president. You guys voted for him. By the way, he said that he's going to deport 3 million immigrants. Last time I checked, President Obama deported more immigrants than any president in the history of time. So, who the hell are you supposed to be? He said he was going to get rid of Obamacare. Know what he said? I'm going to trickly a little bit. I'm not going to get rid of Obamacare. Know why? Because it's 20 million people on Obamacare. That's why. He's not going to do anything. You guys who voted for him believe the hype. You believe the hype. He's not going to do anything. Again, you need to worry about Pence. Because I already know that Donald Trump is going to get impeached. Guarantee you that. Now, let me tell you what the difference from impeach he is. Pence is a religion freak. He want to appeal Roe versus Wade. You can't tell a woman what to do with her body. I don't give a damn who you are. You're a man, you're not going to have that pain for pushing a baby out. You cannot tell a woman what to do with her body. Who are you? That's like me telling you, you can't stick your penis in no other woman's body because you're with me. And you know damn well they're not going to listen to us like that. So who are you to tell a woman what to do? So, need to worry about Pence. But yeah, he's going to get impeached. Now I'm going to tell you about impeachment because I like educating my people. Impeachment and indictment. That's why I knew Hillary Clinton wasn't going to get impeached if she would have got elected. A lot of people don't know about government. So this is why I do this show. This is why I talk about this show. This is because I'm letting you guys know, if anybody know me and follows me, they know that I study the law and I'm trying to get my JD. So, impeachment. Impeachment is just like Bill Clinton. What happened to President Bill Clinton? It happened inside the White House. That's impeachment. Anything that happened inside the White House, they can impeach him. Anything. Now, indictment. Education on indictment. Indictment is if you do a criminal act inside the White House. Get what I'm saying? If you do a criminal act inside the White House. Now, emails, going back to Hillary, why they kept on saying we're going to get her impeached. Like Donald Trump kept on saying, I'm going to impeach her. I'm going to impeach her. He couldn't impeach her because those emails wasn't indicted. There wasn't no criminal. So that wasn't going to be an indictment. And it didn't happen inside the White House. Okay? So it happened on her personal email. That, by the way, they didn't find anything of the sort. The FBI, who did that investigating, Connie did that so he could influence voters. And he did. He did. So, that is not going to happen as indicting and impeaching Clinton. See? Indictment and impeachment is two different things. And I hate when people try to challenge me because I study the law all the time. But it's okay. We can have a disagreement. We can. So, I'm talking to the people on here on my Periscope people on my speaker.com. Just letting you know who I'm talking to. I'm not talking crazy. I'm not talking to myself. Okay. So, all these promises that President, so-called, I don't even put President with him, with Trump. He's not even I keep on telling y'all, I'm serious. How y'all disrespect President Obama and still disrespecting that man and will not call him a president? And now y'all want to come out to Woodwork and call them apes and stuff? That ape help you guys. That ape is the most smartest person in office and ever through history of time. And I guarantee you showed that. And look at his GPA. Look at his... Man, I don't even have to even go there with y'all. Just compare the Europeans who was there before and compare him now. Compare his stats. His stats is showing. It shows what he have done and what he have really done when he came behind President Bush. You notice that President Bush they haven't said anything in all these 8 years? The only time he said something, and he said it quietly, is when his brother was running for president. He stepped his ass down and he stepped back. Just like Donald Trump is going to do. Donald Trump said he wasn't going to settle his promise. Settle with the university. He's going to fight to the end. Settle $25 million. You know why he settled? Because by the time he leave out of there, like President Bush, he's going to have a hell of a lot of money. And then he might show your taxes. Right now, he don't want you to see his taxes because he owed China. He owed Russia. He have made deals with Russia. That's why they did a lot of stuff what they have been doing. I swear, people just don't use their brain. I swear. But the white little nationalist Richard Spencer, I watched him yesterday. And as I was watching him, I'm like, you know what? These people are really uneducated. I'm like, and I knew they was highly uneducated. But when he sat up there and said the pyramid was not built by Africans, you know, Robert Martin got on that ass too. The pyramid was not built by Africans. They was built by Caucasians. They tried, let me tell y'all something. They tried to, Caucasians wanted that to be, they wanted to say that. That's why they, when you see the Egyptian nose that are messed up down like that, exactly, they are afraid of challenge. When you see the nose messed up like that, you could go on Google, look at the Egyptian face. They defaced the nose is because they didn't want people to know that people actually was African. We all know that. That's Africa. White women cannot produce a black baby, but a black woman can produce a black baby and a white baby. Yes, she can. History shows that. But he's so ignorant, he knows nothing about history. He's trying to take all the history and put it for the Caucasians, talking about they're that highly intelligent. Well, guess what, Caucasians? Everything was made in America by slaves. It is proven. You couldn't take that away. You couldn't take that away. That's what I can't understand. You couldn't take that away. Anyway, I care. Because you may be white. I don't know what color you are. I care is because people try all through years to take our history away. The only damn thing that you Caucasian left us is religion. And now people like myself who's not unconscious, is highly conscious. I care because you took and script from our ancestors because you couldn't plow your goddamn fields. You couldn't take care of your own kids. You couldn't build this country without us. So you sit up there and say, who cares? I care. Who cares? I care. It's not your history. You have no damn history. You have no history. The only history you have is when you brought slaves over here because you couldn't plow your own fields. You couldn't do nothing. You were too damn lazy. Everything you say in history have shown it. That's why you say, who cares? History have shown it. That everything you say, we lazy, you're lazy. Because you had to go all the way over to a whole continent. You didn't even know your own boats was going to last or succeed because you had to go and find somebody to plow your fields and build your country. You are thieves. You stole this land from Native American. Everything you say that we are. You are thieves. The history shows it. Andrew Jackson, Caucasian, European. Your people stole my people. Your people. That's why I give not a fuck ass about you guys. I'm telling you, you said that we are thieves. Just said the illustration. You said that we're drunks. You the one made the liquor. You the one get drunk all the time and get away with it. You said everybody on drugs. You're on drugs. Y'all started doing drugs when you was in wars that you cocaine was putting in water and y'all was drinking it to numb yourself, and then all of a sudden you start sniffing it. You are the drug addicts. Everything you point your hands at someone else, you are. You want to preach this propaganda all day long. Know your history. It's time for me to play this dumb white nationalist who don't know his history. Just like this person on Periscope don't know his history. And that's why he said, who cares? You don't want to know your history because if you knew your history, that's right. You left. You left. See, that's how I get them. They can't stand the truth. They will leave. when I tell them the truth about their history. People on Periscope. On Periscope. That's the first thing. They will leave so quick because I started telling them about their history. Their history shows that they are criminals. They are thieves. They are rapists. They are everything in the book. And they put it on people of color. Now, when are you guys going to wake up? When are you going to stand up and say, we are kings and queens, and stop pulling up with this bull crap, this propaganda that they preach to us? They took our religion from us. They took our soul from us. When are you going to stand up and say that you are who you are and there are kings and queens? Stop, people. Stop letting these white people, like these Caucasians, tell you lies about yourself. Stop hating yourself. Stop believing the hype. Because every time, it never fails, when I get on that ass and tell them who they are. We was living in cities in Africa. Study about your people. We was living in cities in Africa. They was living in caves. And you can look it up. They don't want to know. When I tell you this. They want you to think you're dumb. We made things under all the things that we were going through as slaves. We created things. We made things. We had our own business. Wall Street, they did Black Wall Street. They did not like that. We had Rosewood. They did not like that. They took it away from us. We had Greenwood. They did not like that. We had Tulsa. We came from slaves. And we built things. And they did not like that. That's why the guy or girl, whoever was on this Periscope, left. Because I started telling them about themselves. You say that we're rapists. Your ancestors raped and still raping today. Our people. You even raped our land in Africa. You took diamonds and gold from Africa. Then you have the nerve to go to Africa and try to call yourself African? No, you're not. You're European. That got me hot right there. Because don't leave when I'm telling you, and couldn't comment after that when I start telling them. Rapist. You're a rapist. If you're a European descent, you're a rapist. And I'm not saying all now. I'm saying the majority of Caucasians are rapists. They are thieves. Your history shows it. But you want us to forget about our history. No, I will not. I am a queen. And I'm going to stand up to be a queen. Now, I'm going to get to this video. God. Let's listen to this video.
Folks, this weekend, the National Policy Institute held its annual conference in the nation's capital. Their movement is broadly referred to as alt-right, but the positions they embrace are white nationalist supremacists, and many say absolutely racist. Unlike past gatherings, this meeting was energized by the election of Donald Trump. Here is some of what took place at the conference this weekend.
Hail Trump! Hail our people! Hail victory!
And these same people you work with every day, my people, same people, business women, you work with every day, but they try to hide. That's why they make the Ku Klux Klan, so they can hide their face. Don't hide your face. If you so proud to be so white and nationalist, then God damn it, show your face so we can know who you are.
It is conquer or die. To be white is to be a striver, a crusader, an explorer, and a conqueror. We build, we produce, we go upward. And we recognize the central lie of American race relations. We don't exploit other groups. We We don't gain anything from their presence. They need us and not the other way around.
Now tell me how we
We are
need
not
them.
meant to live
They
in shame
went over Africa
and
and
weakness
came after
and
us.
disgrace.
How we need
We were
you?
not meant to beg for moral
even
validation
wanna work
from some of
hard.
the most
You wanna stay in
despicable
business.
creatures
Where do
to
y'all
ever
hear this
populate
guy
the
when you
planet.
I'm sorry.
We were meant
I'm
to
hyped now.
overcome all of it because that is natural and normal for us. America was, until this past generation, a white country designed for ourselves and our posterity. It is our creation. It is our inheritance, and it belongs to us.
Here's what President-elect Trump's staff had tweeted in response to that controversial video. Quote, President-elect Trump has continued to denounce racism of any kind, and he was elected because he will be a leader for every American. To think otherwise is a complete misrepresentation of the movement that united Americans from all backgrounds. There were protesters outside the conference, and the U.S. Holocaust Museum issued a statement that said, in part, quote, Richard Spencer, the leader of the National Policy Institute, made several direct and indirect references to Jews and other minorities, often alluding to Nazism. The targeting of Jews was central to Nazi racist ideology. The Germans attempted to kill every Jewish man, woman, and child they could find. Nazi racism extended to other groups. By the end of World War II, the Germans and the collaborators had murdered 6 million Jews and millions of other innocent civilians, many of whom were targeted for racial reasons. The Holocaust did not begin with killing, it began with words. The museum calls on all American citizens, our religious and civic leaders, and the leadership of all branches of the government to confront racist thinking and divisive, hateful speech. Joining us right now is Richard Spencer, who they were just referring to. So, Richard, we had you previously on TV One. Have you back? First and foremost, when you said despicable creatures, who were you talking about?
I was talking about the lying media that have actually been lying about me for the last 24 hours.
So, when you say lying about you, what does that mean?
CNN claimed that I questioned whether Jews were people and things like that. We published the text of my speech. I did nothing of the kind. They're doing a wild exaggeration. They're worrying about fake news. They're engaging in fake news about me.
So why Heil Hitler there?
By the way, the fake news that he is talking about.
No, first of all, when we saw the video there were individuals there who were doing that. We've seen photos as well of individuals at that particular conference who were using the Nazi salute.
There's a lot of exuberance in events like this. There's also a lot of irony. The fact is...
Or the Nazi salute?
Yeah, in the sense when it's done in the context of the alt-right, it's done in a spirit of fun and exuberance.
But this is America.
Because whenever anyone sticks up for European identity, whenever they say, I want to stick up for us, for our people, they're always called a collection of names, Nazi, KKK, Southern Confederate, etc. I think a lot of people just want to throw it back in their enemies' faces.
So it's totally natural for Americans to use a Nazi salute when America fought against the Nazis, fought against what they were all about. Why would you salute? Why would you appreciate that? Why would you not say, no, this is America, you don't do that in America?
Again, it's a moment of exuberance.
No. You use exuberance.
Look, I can't police everyone at a conference.
No. What you can say, here's the question. Are you an American?
Yes, I'm an American.
Are you proud to be an American?
Yes, I'm a proud citizen.
Do you believe that America should have beaten Nazi Germany in World War II?
I wish that we had avoided that conflict.
No, you answered my question. Should America have beaten... You said
yes or no?
Avoided. Should America have beaten back Nazi Germany and Adolf Hitler in World War II?
Once the United States was in the war, yes, absolutely, we have to win it.
So if we won it and we beat back Nazi Germany, why would you even say, well, in exuberance, people do that? Why would you not say, as an American, that is not what we do in America?
What you're saying is just logically incoherent. I mean, we're talking about a Second World War, and therefore you can't do something in fun and jest.
So you believe
5 people or something?
No. Actually, hold on 1 second. 5 people. Shelley, play the video again. Play the video.
Hail Trump! Hail our people! Hail victory!
That's not 5 people. That's far more than 5 people. But I'm trying to understand, why would you excuse that acts as if that's no big deal. Oh, it's just sort of in fun. That's offensive to Americans. That's offensive to American soldiers. That's offensive to World War II veterans who actually fought in that war. How do you say, that's exuberance?
Because that's what it was, and it's nothing more than that. This is what I would say, is that...
Are there any World War II veterans in your family?
Yes, actually, both of my grandfathers.
And both of your grandfathers?
Yes.
Would your grandfathers say, that's exuberance?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Right, so your grandfathers wouldn't say, I fought against that. I fought where that's not done in America.
No. I don't think most people are like this. It's actually just the liberal media that's in collective freak out.
It's not a question of collective freak out. If somebody wants to call themselves an American, they would then say, no, that's not American. So also, I want to ask you this here.
I'll actually agree. I'll find some common ground here. I do think that the alt-right, we've gone from being a movement that was not connected to the political mainstream, not connected to the political fray. We now are. People are paying attention to us. People are looking at us. And so I actually say yes. We need to start maybe knock some of that stuff off. We need to think of ourselves as a mainstream movement that's going to reach people, because we do have that power.
Okay, so are you white nationalists?
I don't use the term white nationalist. I like the term alt-right, first off, and I also like the term identitarian, because it gets at what I am and what I believe.
And what is that?
Identity is at the heart of my ideology. So
what's that identity?
Race is a foundation of that identity, undoubtedly.
Now race is simply a creation of mankind. That's a construct. It doesn't exist. Bottom line is, no, I know who I am. First of all, I'm Roland Martin. I'm a man.
Okay.
I'm a man.
Do you identify as a black man?
Oh, first of all, I identify as a man.
Okay.
Identify as a man. No, actually, it's not sexist, because if a person's a woman, identifies as a woman.
Okay.
So I'm a man. I'm a Christian.
Not
Are you a Christian?
at all.
I'm a cultural Christian.
Sexist.
What the hell is that?
Well, many of us struggle with faith, but I'm part of a Christian.
Hold on. You can't call yourself a cultural Christian and then say I struggle with faith. You profess that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior?
No, I have in my life. I don't. I mean, look. Is this an imposition on me?
No. Actually, it's an interview. But see, when somebody tells me they are Christian, and
I'm culturally Christian.
What is culturally Christian?
I grew up in a Christian background. I resonate with Christianity, and so on.
Okay, I'm asking again. Have you professed with your mouth that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior?
I have in my life, yes.
Okay, so that means that you're a Christian. So how is it that with what you espouse, how do you find that to be compatible with Christian ideals?
Most Christians throughout world history agreed with me that identity matters and that race is real and that they're part of an extended family. It's only this tiny slice of world history, like post-1965, that everyone thinks that Christianity is incompatible with identity. I do not believe that.
If you use world history, there were people who actually used Christianity to justify slavery, and they're enslaving people who look like me. And so
why are you a Christian?
Why am I a Christian? Because those people actually were false Christians. Those people were fake Christians. Those people probably were cultural Christians, where they somehow allowed culture to inform their faith as opposed to their faith informing their culture. But I ask you this. I go back to the question I asked you.
For most of Christian history, there was feudalism, there was serfdom, there was slavery, there was identity, there was nationalism. And those all of these people unchristian, but you are Christian?
No. Those are people who actually who chose to pimp the Bible as opposed to actually believe in exactly what Jesus Christ talked about.
All of Christians throughout world history were pimps.
No.
You are a true Christian.
No. What I'm saying is here, as a Christian, I believe in the Word as opposed to this false nonsense that most of those folks were. But they were also fake Christians because they used the Word to actually enslave people.
I'm so glad we've reached true Christianity in 2016.
First of all, you barely identify as one, so you say you cultural, you dance around it.
I'm being honest.
No, I got
Isn't that a value?
I got you.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not going to lie to you.
No, that's fine, but I still got to go back to this here. So are you a white supremacist?
No, I'm not a white supremacist, absolutely. White supremacy means that a white person would want to rule over other people.
So you don't want to rule over other people?
I absolutely do not. We've had white supremacy history in our past, whether you think of imperialism, slavery, colonialism, that's been a disaster. So no, I don't want to go back to that.
So what are you trying to go? So what are you saying? Because you in your video you said we don't need them, they need us. Who's they?
Yes.
Who's they?
The white people ultimately don't need other races in order to succeed, in order to be ourselves. Absolutely not.
So how do you think America became the greatest economic nation without
not through
like
black
I
people?
said, don't
it wasn't.
history.
It wasn't because of free labor.
Are you talking about slavery?
No, I'm talking about slavery and also what happened after slavery, which Douglas Blackman talked about, slavery by another name. So I'm trying to understand, when you say didn't need it, how do you think America became the greatest economy that it did? How do you think that happened?
Through the genius of Europeans.
How was the genius of Europeans when the fact of the matter is it was actually King Cotton that supplied the economic means for America to do so? And that was a result of free labor from black people.
Look, the whole point here is that who creates these systems? Who creates these business models and businesses?
Slavery was a business model?
Well, yes, it was a business model, yeah.
And was that one that you like or dislike?
I dislike.
You dislike?
Yeah, I absolutely reject it.
Okay,
yeah.
so but you deny the reality though that's what allowed America to become the economic power, because America supplied 91% of the world's cotton, and so as a result of that, that's how America was able to fund the Industrial Revolution.
Because
of free labor from black people.
The Industrial Revolution originated in Britain, and it originated in the countryside of Britain, where there were absolutely no slaves.
I said the money generated from that. But I asked you again, okay? You said we don't need anybody else.
No.
But the reality is, American history proves you wrong. The fact of the matter is, there is no great America. You can't sit here and talk about that greatness without other people making that happen.
We could have figured out another way to pick cotton.
Who?
I mean, white people could have figured out another way to
Y'all tried
get
that, didn't
cotton.
work.
Tried that big time.
I mean, which
and
one?
guess
do
who
it now.
who
We've done it
built
previously.
and made a gin
I don't know what
cotton
books you
machine?
read, but no, that's actually not what happened. But you said y'all would have figured it out, but you didn't.
No history.
Look, African slavery was an absolute disaster, socially and morally. I reject it. Okay? In terms of the 20th century, when America rose as a geopolitical power, when we had the greatest economy in the world and so on, that has nothing to do with slavery.
So you say we don't need anybody else. Okay, but the fact of the matter is, people of color are not going anywhere. So what is your vision for America? That is white land and the rest of us can leave?
I think that white people, Europeans, formed the core of American identity.
So why don't you go back to Europe? You keep saying European.
I just said being a European isn't just a plot of land. Being a European is about blood and spirit. These people formed the core of American identity. What it means to be American is ultimately what it means to be a white person here.
How so? Because
we are essential.
Because the reality is here. Dr. King talked about,
and I want to maintain that.
Dr. King talked about it was black people who actually made America live up to the ideals that they wrote on the sheet of paper, that there were white Americans who talked about, we want the nation to be this, when the reality is that's not what they were living up to. It was black folks who made that a reality when it came to the Constitution. When you say all men are created equal, we had a nation where it wasn't all men are created equal.
I myself am critical of the Founding Fathers. However, clearly they did not believe in multiracial equality. Clearly, if you look at the first...
And you agree with that?
Yes, I agree with that. I do not believe that everyone's equal.
So you don't believe in multiracial equality?
No. I mean, I don't think anyone does, actually. I mean, do you really think that all people are equal in talents and identity and worldview?
No, that's not what that means. No. When you say all people are created equal, that means that the moment you are born, we're going to treat you in the same way as we treat everybody else. Now, what you do with your life, what you do with your talents is different. There are many areas I'm quite sure I'm far more talented than you. Yeah. It doesn't mean that you don't have talent, but what it means is that when you are born, we're going to be treated as equals, equal American. So in your worldview, are you saying white folks should be treated as a greater American than if you're black or Latino or Asian or Native American?
At this point, I want white people to have the same rights that all other people do. The fact is,
what rights that white folks don't have?
All institutions, in terms of legal rights, yes, everyone has the same thing. In terms of what institutions are actually doing, absolutely no. White people do not have the rights of minorities.
How so? In what?
I'll go into it. In terms of federal hiring, absolutely. Federal hiring is geared towards not hiring more white men.
Whoa, stop. Hold on. Say it again.
Federal hiring.
Let me ask you a question. How many white men in the United States Senate?
That's not federal hiring.
No. Answer my question. How many white men in the United States Senate?
I don't know the exact number.
More than 80%.
Sure.
Okay. How many white staffers? See, you said hiring. That's hiring, correct?
Right.
How many white staffers in Congress?
A lot.
A lot. Define a lot.
I don't know.
It's in excess of 80%. Okay. So please show me how. No. It's federal hiring. It's federal hiring. So are you saying? No. Hold on. That's federal hiring. So I'm trying to understand something here. You said like all of a sudden, oh my God, it's so rough for us.
Do you think that affirmative action is not at play in federal hiring?
Actually, hold on.
Every department on down.
Actually,
give me a break.
Actually, do you know what the greatest affirmative action policy was in this country?
Slavery?
No, that wasn't affirmative action. Okay. That was free labor. The great affirmative action policy in America was the GI Bill. And do you know who benefited from the GI Bill?
White people.
Your grandfathers.
Yes.
Do you know who did not benefit from the GI Bill? The same black folks who fought alongside in World War II, who also bled for this country, and when they came back. So when you talk about affirmative action, that is the greatest affirmative action bill in the history of America. Do you know who's benefited greater from affirmative action policies? First of all, who created affirmative action?
White people, probably.
Okay, President Richard Nixon,
right.
1969. Arthur Fletcher was there as well. Who was the greatest beneficiary of affirmative action?
The greatest beneficiary? I would say African Americans.
That's a lie.
Okay.
Do you have a girlfriend or wife?
Yes.
Is she white?
Yes.
She's the greatest beneficiary of affirmative action. White women have benefited more from affirmative action than anybody else in America.
That's a fact. Sexist here, Martin.
No, that's sexist. That's a fact. So the fact is, so when you say affirmative action, white folks.
Might be the case.
No, it's not might. White women have benefited from affirmative action more than any other group.
I'll go with you on that.
No. So when you're saying, oh my goodness, affirmative action, why should not getting hired in the federal government? That's a lie.
That's fine. Look, this is what I'm saying. Let's look at Silicon Valley. Every spring, these big companies, Apple, Google, Facebook, will release diversity reports. And they will basically say, we are focused on not hiring white men.
Really?
Yes.
Hold on one second.
Look at all the diversity.
Hold on, I'll stay right there. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to go to a break. See, here's the problem, Richard. This is the problem when you're a smart black man who can read. Mm-hmm. Have you seen their diversity numbers?
Yes, whites are underrepresented in these corporations.
All right, when we come back, we're going to do a fact check for Richard here when it comes to Silicon Valley, because, see, as y'all know here on TV1, Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr. has been talking about Silicon Valley. I've been right there covering this for the last 24 months. We're going to give him the facts when we come back right here, News 19 TV1. All right, folks, back with our guest, Richard Spencer, president of the National Policy Institute, says he identifies with the alt-right. Many of us say he's a white nationalist. Richard, we talked about Silicon Valley. According to this report right here from the federal government, top 75 Silicon Valley tech firms. Whites, 47% of the workforce. Asian Americans, 41%. Hispanics, 6%. African Americans, 3%. Now, women make up? No. So what you're saying is we don't have enough white people in Silicon Valley?
No, what I'm saying is white people, those numbers that you just read reveal that white people are underrepresented as a percentage in the population in Silicon Valley. Which is exactly what I said.
So are white people underrepresented when it comes to Fortune 500 CEOs?
No, not in terms of CEOs.
Okay, are white people underrepresented when it comes to a board of directors members of Fortune 500 CEOs?
Probably not.
Are white people underrepresented when it comes to corporate offices of Fortune 500 CEOs?
This is called moving the goalposts.
No, it's not. No, here's the deal. What you're saying is this here, okay, in this sector, oh my God, we only have 47% of white people. So what do you want? You want 70, 80, 90?
No, what I'm saying is that these corporations, by their own explicit admission, are trying to hire less white people and less white men.
So you're saying they're not hiring people who are the smartest?
No, I don't think they're hiring people merely because they're the smartest.
So you're upset that you're upset. No. I'm trying to understand. You're upset that 47% of white people work in Silicon Valley, but you have no problem with 90% of the Fortune 500 CEOs being white.
I see what you're saying.
No. I'm asking yes or no. Do you like and accept that 90%, 80+% of Fortune 500 CEOs are white men?
Look,
are you cool with that?
Yeah.
Do you prefer that?
Sure.
So what you're saying is what you want whites being majority in control of every sector in America.
What I want, look, I'm not an economic thinker in terms of politics. What I want are politicians similar to Donald Trump who really want to protect the people here, who don't think just in terms of global population.
Who's the people?
Who are the people?
Right.
Whites are still a majority in this country.
No. But you said the people. So he's black, she's black, he's white, I'm black, Latino. Are we in the people?
Yes, clearly you are citizens of this country.
Okay, so if we're in the people, then why can't we also have jobs?
I care about the country itself, but I really care about European Americans.
Okay, but
of these institutions, these institutions are dedicated to discriminating against people like me.
Hold on,
by their own admission they are.
If whites are dominating jobs in banking, if whites are dominating jobs on Wall Street, if whites are dominating hedge funds, if whites are dominating NFL owners and NBA owners, if whites are dominating the major sectors, how in the world can you somehow say, oh my God, it's rough for us white people out here? It's not. If you're saying that, how are whites dominating the number of jobs on Capitol Hill? How are whites dominating the number of jobs in the White House? How are whites dominating jobs all across America? And you're saying it's not enough white people, so stop hiring those minorities. They don't need jobs. We got to make sure us white people keep getting jobs. Is that what you're saying?
It doesn't surprise me at all that whites succeed. We have succeeded throughout the centuries. We are a people of great genius and ambition. So none of that surprises me. In terms of looking at all of these CEOs, a lot of these are older people. They're from a generation with they come from a generation with a very different population. What I'm more worried about right now are younger people. These institutions are actively, explicitly trying to discriminate against them in terms of hiring.
How?
It's unfair.
How?
I don't like it. But even worse, this is moving towards a country that is not going to be the country that we want.
Well, no. We say the country that we want. I'm still trying to understand because you still haven't answered my question.
Because Europeans build societies that everyone wants to come to be honest.
Okay.
Where are the Syrian refugees?
Hold on, you said
when they're
built
invading, where are they going? They're going to Central Europe. They're going to Western Europe.
You said built.
Yes.
Who built the railroads in America and allow for us to have expansion out west? Who built that?
Yes, a lot of Chinese people.
You said the operative word there was built. Built. Who built? Okay.
Who designed them? Who had the genius to imagine railroads? Europeans.
The genius to imagine railroads. Okay.
Yeah.
But you said.
Are there railroads in Africa?
You said yes. You said built.
Why?
You said.
Us.
Hold on. You said. First of all,
that is absolutely true.
First of all, the greatest genius when it came to the building of the pyramids. Do you know what
those are? White people, by the way.
Who are white people?
The Egyptians are not African. I'm sorry.
Do you know where Egypt is?
This how you know
yes, it's in North Africa.
Okay, stop right there. You just said.
He said white people build
the Egyptians are not African.
Are white South Africans African?
Wait. Yes, they are African. See, okay, to be African means you come from the continent of Africa. So if you come from the continent of Africa, that's who you are. So that means you're an African. So you do know. Do you also deny science that man originated from Africa, or do you say that's false science?
What are you talking about? I mean, what are you referring to?
I'm talking archaeology. I'm talking biology. I'm talking science. In terms of the where did man originate? Where scientists, white scientists.
Egypt was an amazing civilization. It was not created by black Africans. I'm sorry.
It wasn't. Who created it?
People who are white.
How are people?
You can actually look at art, and they differentiate between races.
I got to ask you a question. How do you
from ancient Egyptian art?
You do know those were black people. You do know.
They weren't.
You do know from science you can't get black from white. You can get white from black. You do know when it comes to evolution.
You know nothing about it.
I see what you're saying.
Do you never studied science?
I see what you're. Yes, I have.
No, so I'm
not a scientist. Are you?
But man originated in Africa. Yes or no?
That is a consensus. Yes.
Okay. So if man originated in Africa, which means that they were Africans, then all of a sudden, when you talk about the amazing works of the Egyptians, they were people of color. I know that's a little rough for you to handle, but I know you want to hold on to that, somehow thinking whites built the pyramids. But I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, we did.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because, first of all, they were building things in Egypt while white Europeans were still in caves.
Hello.
That's a fact.
That's
That's a fact. Okay,
Sure.
But I'm still go back to you insist that somehow that whites are not getting jobs in America in this rough. Are you afraid of competition?
Yep.
I am not afraid of competition. Competition can be good. That being said,
Are you
what's
afraid
great?
to compete?
I think
afraid to
actually,
compete?
hold on. Are you afraid of some other television station beating you? I mean, you're not. Okay,
You know why? No, you know why?
Because you're confident. That's
No,
great.
it's not just confident. Because see,
This is what he said,
I
not
have skill
just
set.
confident.
I understand what I do. See, but what you're telling me
That
is
sounds like confidence.
No. What you're telling me is this here. Richard, here's what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like. I'm not a psychologist.
Can I finish my point?
But you're afraid. You are afraid that you now are going to have to compete. You've had such a head start. You've had an 80-yard head start in a 100-meter dash, and now you're upset that people are catching up.
Sure.
Why are you so afraid?
Sure, everyone likes to win. But to be honest, in terms of Donald, what's great about Donald Trump is that he hasn't been saying, oh, this is great global competition for all Americans, let's do it. No, he's actually said, I care about my people first. I care
my
about
people?
He's referring to all Americans. When he says my
He
people
will
first,
not
America
say
first,
when
what
he
he's saying
said
is that
my
he is going to
America. So
help the
basically,
people of this country
we
first.
as
But you
people
don't, he's not
of
going to
color
throw
are not
them out to the
Americans.
wind.
But you don't want that. You don't want.
Yes, I do.
So you don't mind blacks and Hispanics and Asians, Native Americans getting jobs, doing well. You don't mind that?
Of course, I don't mind that.
Okay, but you're so concerned that oh my God, whites are not getting hired when that's not true.
It's clearly whites are getting hired. My claim is that effectively every major institution in this country, from governmental institutions to corporations, are discriminating against
How?
whites and white.
When you majority white,
They explicitly
literally
talk about it.
He
If
wants
you
a job,
believe
he
race
wants
doesn't
a
matter and
career
they're all equal and so on, then
he
the
don't
Apple
even have to have
Corporation
experience.
should be
That's basically what all
65% white.
most
In terms, it's
Caucasians
not.
Hold up.
They don't have to have
It should be
experience.
65% white, but if
They
Apple
just
is
want
saying
the job.
that
It's
we,
actually
then we're,
50-50.
then-
And forget
if
about
Apple-
anybody of color or any
because
other
maybe
race.
if Asians are going
That's
and
not how
studying
li-
in those
that's not
sectors,
how it
that's
goes.
why.
Right, but
They want the competition.
Sure, but I mean, you're just begging the question.
No, I'm not begging the question. What I'm saying is this here: why are more white?
Why are they? Why are they going into sciences and not? I mean, why are Asians succeeding in science,
I want the Texas,
whereas Africans aren't?
I want the Texas A&M. Why are more whites in agriculture?
We have a natural, tendency to do that. I don't know.
No, you don't. First of all, black people actually out there sitting
Please
picking
don't
cotton.
say black people created agriculture.
No, but we damn sure did the work. But here's my whole point
Okay.
here. Here's my whole point, which I'm
That's
trying to get you to
crazy.
understand.
Okay.
If you have
Please
more
don't
whites who are
say
going
black
into
people
agriculture, again,
created
I'm a
culture.
Texas A&M
But
University
guess what?
graduate.
I grew up in Texas.
Okay,
What is
where?
his damn
In
name?
Dallas.
Okay, which part of Dallas?
The
Who
white part.
created,
Which
culture
part? There's a lot of
as
white parts in
peanut
Dallas.
butter and all that
Just
other stuff.
Preston Hollow.
Yeah, I see exactly where
Yeah,
your
his
thought
name.
process comes from. That's why you have the white country clubs there as well, because they don't want other people in there. But again,
Are there black churches, black country clubs?
Are the black churches? Black country clubs where you have black people who play, but also
Aren't there black institutions that are
like
just
what?
for you?
Carvin.
No, it's not just for us. Because the fact of the matter
Black
is,
churches, those are
Carvin-
just for you guys.
no, actually,
invented-
That's great.
Actually, no, it's not,
agriculture
because there are
at
black
being,
churches where you can come if you want to. Doesn't matter. And just like even white church,
See, this is what
that's
I'm
my
saying,
point.
when
But
people
that's what
are
it
not
is. So you're factually
educated,
incorrect. Here's my whole
when
point.
they don't
Let's talk about
know
agriculture.
all
There are
nothing
more whites who
about
are going
what's
into
going
agriculture.
on.
Why? Because
this
that's the
is
area
the
they're
reason
going
why I'm playing
into.
this
So
video.
if Asians are going into a particular
Especially
area,
when he said
that's where they're going.
You're
White
begging the
people
question.
build
All I'm saying is, why are
pyramids.
Asians succeeding at these
They
technical
get
fields?
skin
Why are
cancer
they? Because they're
now
again, you're just
if they
begging
stay out in the
questions.
sun.
Like at
So
some
there's
point,
no way
why
that
are whites
you will
succeeding in
live
agriculture?
Let me finish. I'll ultimately
And
get
building
to
a
this.
pyramid.
It's about human nature, and it's about their unique gifts. Asians have a
unique gifts.
Yes, East Asians have
Unique
a higher,
gift.
on average, IQ than Europeans. It's remarkable. It doesn't surprise me that they succeed at math. They succeed in science. Oh, that's a terrible stereotype stereotype.
I'm
How horrible.
not using stereotypes.
It is what it is.
All I'm saying is here, Richard. The fact of the matter is here.
This is actually why I would want to restrict immigration of East Asians. It's not because I think I'm afraid of them. I actually respect them.
Why?
I respect their civilization. It's about protecting my people. That's what it's about.
But here's the people. When you keep saying my people, then you say all Americans.
Right.
You're not talking about it. Here's the reality, Richard.
You won't come out and just say that.
You have to navigate between people you care about and all
I got you.
citizens.
Here's the deal, Richard. We're not going anywhere. And see, Richard, it's about to be a little tough for you. About to be a little tough for you, Richard, because see, you and your people have had a great head start. Tremendous head start. 20-odd Africans arriving in 1619.
Who gave us this head start?
One second. 16. But see, that's what I'm saying. When you have a head start, it means you're scared to compete. See, I know some other whites out there who are not white nationalists, who are not afraid of competition, who are not afraid of this. But here's the reality. We're not going anywhere.
Right.
And you might want to suck that up. And I know it's rough. But I suggest what you should be doing, Richard, is preparing your generation for a world of competition where you have to actually, when you don't get the head start your mom and daddy gave you, that you're going to start maybe not 80 yards ahead, but 30. But you know what? You may want to train harder because we're training harder and we're going to catch up.
We're going to win. And also,
you're not going to win,
Mr.
Richard.
Martin, I want to tell you, you've got to prepare yourself. You've dealt with a bunch of guilt-ridden, silly whites all your life, and we are waking up. We
You're
are
not that
recognizing
intelligent.
who we
You don't
are,
even know
and
history.
We see an amazing future.
Richard,
so you better get ready.
I'm telling you right now, Richard, here's the deal. 1619,
With that little
20 odd
smirk
Africans
ass
arrived,
smile.
Fort Comfort,
They
Virginia.
been smiling like that.
1619.
You Caucasians been
397
smiling like
years
that.
ago.
Well, you know
Trust
what?
me,
We have
we're
the last
resilient.
laugh.
We're not
They
going
say,
anywhere.
who-
And I'm going to tell you right here. And as my frat brother Vernon Woodson Tanner said in 1937, we will fight until hell freezes over, and then we will fight on the ice. You better go work out, because you got to fight on your hands. Thanks a bunch.
Kickstart your day at 7 and
What
get the
make
news you
him
need from the
think
perspective you want. News
that
One
we're going
now.
to sit down and take your crap and allow you guys to do whatever. You're not even on our level. You're not even on our level. But you try to say that we're dumb. And when you meet a highly intelligent person like myself, then you're like, wow. Why should you be surprised? Everything in America is invented by Africans. Everything. What's wrong with you? Really? You don't know no better? What's wrong with you guys? Well, we don't go around here and say we created this, we created that, we created that. You guys cannot deal with the competition. Basically what this guy just said, that they shouldn't have to have experience. Because their color should get them in the door and get a good job. And the rest of the people shouldn't get it. That's why he said he wanted to make sure that the Asian people wouldn't come over here because they're too competitive. But they don't think that we're competitive because this is how they've been raised. They think we're animals. But these same animals that they're calling us, if their asses was dying today, they'll want our blood. They'll want our liver. They'll want our heart. They'll want everything. But animal organs with people organs do not mix, right? So don't get on the donors list. Don't ask for a liver if you need one. Don't ask for a heart if you need one. Don't ask for a lung if you need one. Not for no African American. That's why I won't donate shit. I won't give y'all nothing. My ancestors have gave enough. I tell you what, like you said, we always asking for something. We have never even asked your hand to go over there and pick our ancestors up. We never asked for nothing from you guys. But you put it in the Constitution. The 40 acres and a mule. So you need to give us the 40 acres to keep that goddamn mule. And the guy before I go, I wanted to say about the guy at my job when he said that the reason why he voted for Donald Trump is because he can't stand liars and Hillary is a liar. Donald Trump lied through the whole president race. And it shows right now. He's not doing nothing what they thought he was going to do. You keep on thinking what you want to do, and then you're going to see how good it is when you had it with President Obama. You're going to see. You guys had it so good that you don't even know how good you had it. But you hate me because my skin color is dark. That, by the way, you guys sit out there every day in the sun and try to get dark just like me. But you hate the color of my skin and know nothing about me by the contents of my character. Right? You close-minded people. Simple as that. I'm going to speak my mind. If you don't like it, get the hell off. I don't care. I'm going to always come to you as bold, as big, as delighted that I am. Because at the end of the day, I'm not your child. And I will not allow you to disrespect me. I will not let you tell me lies that you have been telling lies to my ancestors all these years. I will stand up. I will fight. I will fight to the death of my soul.
Show. Is they what you call gangsta? Hell no. They get a little pinch and go switch to the pole. They all talk fast and they all think slow. I'm most definite, not think so. Flood your city with the black ink flow, and my crew ain't scared to let them things go. So stop with the nonsense, like be conscious. I'm just a wake dog. I'm doing great, dog. I don't play games, so I don't play a hate dog. Get it straight and get the fuck up out my face, dog. I'm like the second plane that made the towers face off. That shit to let you know it's really not a game, dog. Your grind and my grind ain't the same, dog. I'm the catalog, you the same song. So cool and old school like 8.